Self-filming sucks. Don't get me wrong, I do it because I enjoy it. But at this point, I've probably spent enough on filming equipment to buy a really nice truck, or take my wife and kids on a bougie trip to Hawaii or something. Instead, I continue to punish my bank account and my pride for this. If you're a self-film hunter, there's not a doubt in my mind that you've been here before. You can kill all the does you want perfectly on film with zero issues. But the moment Mr. Big comes through, nothing goes right. Your camera's out of focus. You didn't zoom in. Double-clicking the record button. The list goes on.
I don't know how good it got on this camera or the other camera. I was trying to get it on film, but he kept coming at me. I'm not sure how good the film was at all.
But what if maybe we've missed the mark with this line of thinking? I mean, the shot is just such a small part of the story anyways. As creators, we want to do our very best with every film we make. We spend countless hours thinking about that moment of truth, where we release the arrow or squeeze the trigger on that big buck. But truly, the things that I want to remember have nothing to do with that.
Cute. He's so cute.
You like it? You can go hunting with Daddy one day?
Sure.
So this is the story of DT. Picked up this property in 2019, and this deer showed up, and we only got 2 pictures of him. Next year we put in a food plot, and he started coming in that food plot again towards the end of the year. This was 2020, and after my buddy Joe ended up passing him. He had a split G2 and only had 1 drop tine on the left. He had the same drop tine the year before, and just a bigger frame, big brows. So moving into the 2021-22 season, we put another food plot up top, closer to the thick stuff with the bedding. Into December, this drop tine, double drop tine, triple drop tine wasn't going to show up. So I was going to take a management buck, probably wouldn't place in the quest, but you know, it was the right thing to do. Take a management buck.
It's January 14th or so. I don't know, it might be the 15th. I thought I was going to shoot a buck we call Little Freak, but after putting the crosshairs on him, decided to let him grow another year. He had about 8 inches broke off, but I'm in this little blind. I got my Lucky shirt on, thanks to Johnny B. Johnny Balsamo in New York. mess that up. God, please, God, no, please, God, no. There's no way I shot that far left. God. Please, I'm gonna watch it back.
I shot low, and I thought there was about a 5% chance of finding this deer. I didn't take the camera with me, and I didn't even tell my brother or Timmy or any of my friends to come because I was sick to my stomach thinking that I blew it on a giant buck. But I didn't, and I got lucky, and with the help of Aggie, the dog, and some buddies, we were able to pull it off. Last night was a sleepless night. I thought I had about a 5% chance of finding this deer. Been after him for 3 years. Didn't get one pick of him all season. And I was gonna shoot a management buck, a 9-pointer that's actually in the camera, and if he would've gave me a shot 2 minutes before this one came out, I would've taken it. So, I don't know, the man upstairs wanted me to find this deer, so that's the side I saw. And like I said, I was not expecting to see him, so you can imagine my excitement and surprise. Thank you, Lord.
Hunting has been a tradition in our family for as long as I can remember. Every year we missed school due to youth gun season and traveled from Ohio to hunt the family farm in West Virginia for decades. That being said, there was never a huge emphasis on bow hunting until the last couple years. My brother and I really wanted to get a Pope and Young whitetail, as no one in the family had one yet, and I had missed it in 2020 due to deductions by 1/8 of an inch. So we set out in 2021 to finally get a Pope and Young whitetail.
Well, we didn't see hardly anything, just a little late. Yeah, we didn't see anything. If we don't see anything in the morning, I don't know, it's like 3 times sitting close to there and 3 different times of the day we didn't see anything, so we're gonna have to change it up a little bit. But that's okay.
is so windy. I'm kind of hoping the bugs didn't really move a whole lot. But I've got a really good feeling about today. The weather's perfect. The wind's perfect. Movement already seems great, but I feel like I've said that a few times this season and not seen anything, so we'll see. I just got him. I just got him. I hope I got that on film. Oh my gosh. I had to freaking punch that thing through such a freaking tight window. I hope I got it on film. He ran not 40 yards and he's down. I'm going to give him some time, but let's go, baby. Let's go. This was a good morning. I said this was a good morning.
You feeling?
Yep, I just shot the split brow.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, let me get some clothing on and we'll head that way.
Okay, I'll see ya.
Yeah.
So here's what we've kind of nicknamed the split tine buck ever since probably June, and we had him on trail cameras for quite a long time, and then he kind of disappeared probably 2 months ago. We thought we might have seen him on one, but it wasn't a good photo. And then last night he popped up again, and just kind of hoping he might come by the stand. So just really nice to get this guy. Yeah, just really happy to finally get one down, and we got West Virginia later this week, so we'll see what we can do there. We got Roger. Roger's going for a ride.
Nice, Jim.
We did not just do that in PA in the middle of the daytime, buddy.
Fucking bro.
Dude, she was 10 yards from me. I couldn't turn the camera on. Oh my god.
Yes. 3 in a row, baby.
She was 10 yards from me. And I didn't know if you could
I
see
saw
her.
her.
I was gonna pull out my pistol and shoot her.
As soon as I went to move, I heard she heard my foot crunch.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Dude, that was freaking.
That was the craziest hunt ever.
Does it get any better?
I don't know.
If it gets any better, I don't know what we're gonna do.
Oh, thank you, Roger. Where's Roger? Roger got his first kill.
That is awesome.
Holy shit. It's still raining. I couldn't believe how close she was, dude.
At one point, she was less than 10 yards. And then she heard me crunch a stick, and she turned around and she spun back and she ran back, and I immediately switched back and threw some pup on. She spun right around. She came crawling back in. She saw Roger up on the hill there.
Oh yeah, you're right. She is a female.
Yeah, she's got pups, dude.
Yeah, look at this coyote right there, and Roger. He's right over there. Would you say it's probably like 25 yards from the decoy?
Yeah, 25 yards at most.
Yeah, did you see her when she was coming up? She'd be coming up like that and look at. She'd stand up on her hind legs and look. Stand up on her hind legs, look for those pups.
Yeah, she was looking for them. That's what she's seeing this thick grass, and she's looking for pups, and she knows they're here somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously she's seen the coyote sitting up on the hill, so she knew something was here. But little did she know that she was going to get a little 243 lead in her, and she didn't find the pups she was looking for.
Hell of a job, Jim. I can't believe that just happened. It's insane. I wish we could have got her when she was standing 10 yards from us.
All right, guys. So this was a really interesting set. Brian and I came in here. We got a couple grass fields here, and we have a big patch of woods down below us here with a slough that runs down through here. We got set up on the wood line here. We had a good wind coming up out, and it was textbook, to be honest. I expected her to come from right over here, which is exactly where she came from. We decided to test out Roger here. Roger was a gift from an old friend. He was previously a piece of taxidermy in his former life, and we decided to put him to good use and use him as a decoy dog. First time we've ever used him, just to see what he would do, and let's just say he did his job. We had him up here on the hill, and we played some vocals, some female whimpers from MFK, and immediately she lit up and responded, and we challenged back to her. We went quiet. Within about 10 minutes or so, next thing we know, I got Brian tapping me, and she's coming in right where she's expected to based on the wind, and she comes within 10 yards of us, but I'm shooting my rifle here, and I couldn't get exactly where she was in the edge of the woods here. So I tried to turn a little bit. I crunched a stick, and she spooked a little bit. She just turned around and started to trot back. So I quick hit some pup distress, and she immediately spun around. She spun around, and she came down and she cut down through here in the bottom, and she's looking up the hill, and she could hear those pups screaming, but she didn't know what was going on. So you'll see in the videos, she's jumping up on her hind legs, and the rest is history. She came up the hill a little bit here, and I put it right on her because I can only see the top part of her from where I was sitting, and dropped her right in her tracks. She didn't go anywhere. So great set. Thanks for Brian for bringing me out. But yeah, we had an awesome hunt here. We're gonna be doing some more too. So look for some more action.
These boots are where the coyote was standing when we first saw her. That's where we were sitting. Hold on, let me pace this off. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps from me, and like 7, 8 steps from you.
Yeah, exactly. A little bit further.
That's awesome. Big dog.
35 pounds, I'd say.
Oh yeah, bigger than the one I shot last night.
I think she might be bigger than the male I shot.
Yeah.
Nice, Jim.
Just a doe? What does that mean? We hear it all the time, just a doe. In today's hunting culture, size matters. What did he score? How old is he? How many sheds do you have from him? I won't lie to you, I enjoy chasing specific bucks too. It might actually be my favorite part of whitetail hunting. But once again, just a doe? Many hunters will downplay them. Many hunters won't even take one. Not that long ago, it was taboo to take just a doe. Then the experts stepped in. Biologists, QDMA, researchers. Now it was no longer just a doe. It was multiple does. It was all the does. 1-to-1 ratio. Make those bucks search for does. Create better hunting. But what about genetics? The mother bears the complete brunt of raising the fawns. Antlers are genetically determined but environmentally produced, according to Dr. Steve Ditchkoff. Is it still just a doe? Food plots, minerals, supplemental feeding. We do it for the antlers, but what about just a doe? You can't eat the antlers, another trope we hear constantly. Trophy hunters will lose their collective minds if an unsatisfactory buck is killed. What about taking just a doe? Venison was served at the first Thanksgiving, and America was fueled by venison long before beef dominated the supermarkets. There is no healthier meat on the planet than venison, but once again, just a doe? The next time someone asks you what you got, maybe we can change the culture of just a doe.
Two-and-a-half-hour walk in, 2 miles from the truck. You ever chased a buck over a mountain?
Cody, you hear me? He's dead, dude. It's October 23rd, and this is my first day on this piece of property. And right now I'm just basically hiking. It's middle of the day, like 12:30. I'm just gonna keep climbing, get up into the hardwoods and try to find some oaks, try to find some scrapes. Jumped a deer right down in this thick. I'm gonna mark that as bed. That's a big rub. That tree's wider than my hand. It's torn up. Kind of cool. Look at the old rubs. He's been here for a while. Kind of makes me think nobody's messing with this area. Definitely like a thermal hub down there at the bottom. Probably a good rut spot. They definitely probably cruise through here. Super thick over there, good bedding. Super thick over there, good bedding. And then a big old oak hill. And then there's oaks all over this hill. is that same spot that I scouted about a week ago. There's one decent buck that I think is coming out of that area that I thought I jumped a deer. I hung a camera right on his exit route of that bedroom, and he's hit it twice in the last 3 days. It's a long way in. It's probably gonna take me an hour and a half to get from my truck to where I need to hunt. Getting back there, I'm gonna have to take my time, and I'm gonna have to really be strategic on not walking the route I walked when I hung the cameras, because that's how I jumped him. That's the hill, and he's bedded over that hill on a different, that hill kind of continues and there's like a ridge system, and he's gonna be on this side of it where it's coming downhill a little bit, and so I gotta get down and up. We're heading up. I'm staying just below that ridge line. I'm just gonna keep going this way. Wind's coming with me, but if I stay below this ridge, I think I can walk all the way around, come up, and get behind and get downwind of his bed. I just slipped down this hill and fell on my ass. That's fun. I don't know why I'm complaining. This is awesome. Probably about another 20 minutes. About another 150 yards, just straight punch in. That's where I'm gonna sit, so we're about to head over the ridge. He's, at this point, he's up over here. He's over the ridge, it's through a ravine, embedded up on that hill, that ravine. This is the final ridge. We're down in this creek. I need to cover. I'm gonna head up right up over that, drop down and set up. Probably about 70, 80 yards from here. His bed is up that ridge, about 80 yards. His trail is in front of me about 20, 25 yards. And I decided to get below the trail because the wind's coming in my face and it's an afternoon hunt. The thermals are going to pull down. So hopefully if he comes out his trail and walks the hill in front of me, I should have about a 20-yard shot at him. was the craziest hunt of my life. I'm gonna get down. Let's go.
It was 40 yards and I just stuck him in the heart. I just heard him crash down there. Oh my God. What's that? Big buck down. Oh my God. Oh, big buck down. I just stuck a pig. Meh.
Yeah, it's our time to shine. Show that's the kind of state of mind you gotta combine with hard work and time. You gotta climb to the top. Don't let yourself drop till your heart stops. Let this beat rock. Got a new clock and a new stock for this new rock. Just let your mind loose from the new stock. Drunk off the goose, yeah. Thinking that I'm too pop. Getting caught with a few thoughts cause I'm too lost. Off the speakers can't even handle me. Giving what I got, nobody's gonna drain my energy. And I will never stop, I'm motivated by enemies. Setting up shop so everybody remember me. And though I am not going through life regretfully, I'd rather work non-stop, what they call incessantly, than work some odd job just to live life pleasantly. Already got lost in my mind, not a fantasy. I'm getting there. Forgotten soul, so stop, drop, and roll. You lost all control and pop off your ball. I got squat, I fold. I'm not bought, I'm sold. My stock rocks, it's gold. Hey, knock, knock, she home. It's shit, talk to close. I ain't stopping though. It's hip hop, you know, or is it rock and roll? I'm not dropping down, no, my pocket's grown. You can't stop the show, so get rockin' on. So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you. I ain't worried about you, I ain't never. So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you. I ain't worried about you, I ain't here to make it back. Yeah. I ain't never slowing down, keep on going till I'm down. No, I'm never slowing down, cause we're blowing up now. I ain't never slowing down, keep on going till I'm down. No, I'm never slowing down, cause we're blowing up. Hard words like a weapon, attack with no questions. In my own section and they still disconnected, cause their mind's been infected and they're filled with objection. Too filled for recollection, so we're losing all attention. They don't know I'm in contention, cause I'm gaining their attention, cause I'm making a connection. Lyricism and aggression got me feeling my ascension. In my passion, my profession, I'm attacking my obsession. Taking action and progressing, I go off on the enemy, that's what makes them scared of me. Make my plans carefully, then execute them daringly. They say I act recklessly, but that's why I'm effective. See, you can't predict my tendencies, I offer no transparency. Some people think I'm lost, others think I'll be a legend. I'm never gonna stop till I'm one above second. And my thoughts at the top, but my mind stay present. Don't let your dreams stop, cause dreaming is a blessing. They tell me all the same, told me I won't make a name. But it's not about the fame, it's about keeping me sane. So I stay within my lane, feel my blood pump through my veins. Feel adrenaline, no pain, welcome all to my domain. So let me break it all down.
We just doubled up, baby. Let's go.
Are you serious? Honest, bud? Spence, I'm crying right now, buddy.
Slippers on, baby.
Spencer was back in here and scouted it out this morning after the morning hunt. I
guess he actually jumped a buck with a doe. And he also seen another one. He said it would look like a big 7. But I got the wind blowing in my face where I wanted to go, and it's going to where I believe the deer. I don't think they're going to come from that direction. So, made a mock scrape. We sit back and see what happens. This weather is absolutely killing us, especially for the evenings. Seeing a little bit of movement in the mornings, but the evenings, it's so hot, the deer they're bedded down most of the time and moving really late. We dropped our cards off last night at the DNR. You have to do it every day after the hunt. And the deer were just laying down out in the field. So, it's just too hot for the evenings, but can't kill them at camp. Got a big buck to my left. Probably about 45 yards.
Meh.
Hey guys. Sorry, I'm just a little emotional right now. That is the biggest deer I've ever shot at. And it brings me so much joy and happiness. That my son, Spencer, he has worked his tail off this year. We both scouted, but I mean, in between hunts, if he's not seeing what he wants to see, he gets down. And he does a lot of afternoon scouting. He's calling me right now, but... Hello?
We just doubled up, baby. Let's go.
Are you serious? Honest, bud? Spence, I'm crying right now, buddy. Spencer just called me. We doubled up tonight. That has been my dream all year that we could do that, son.
Thankful, bro. I'm so thankful.
Oh, I'm in tears, bud.
All right, Dad. I love you, man.
All right, I love you too. Spencer just shot one. We both just shot one in the same night. I mean, this is so awesome. I mean, for public land prowlers, this has been, everything has been coming. Me and Spencer have been this close all year. Now we're going to need to go home and do it in Michigan. We got a few days left. And I owe it all to Spencer. I mean, we both worked hard this year, but Spencer has really went the extra mile. And I can't thank him enough. I mean, he guided 3 years in Indiana. He's worked so hard, talking and negotiating, getting everything done with the sponsors. And I mean, the sponsors' products, they perform flawlessly. He just blew through a buck at like 15 to 20 yards, right through the shoulder, and his arrow sticking in the dirt. So we're so ecstatic right now. More to come. Stay with us, guys.
go down, baby. He's going down. He's down, baby. He's down. He's down right there.
He's bleeding good. There's your buck right there, laying right there. Let's go, baby. Woo! Let's go, dude. There's your buck. He's a good one. Right through the vital V, baby.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
Wow.
Hey.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
He's a
6,
10.
7, 8, 9.
No,
He's got a
double
split brow.
He's got a split brow.
He's a 10. We doubled up tonight, brother. Woo, my God.
Land prowlers, and I just want to say this. I owe it all to Spence. I made the shot, but Spencer put me in the spot. He scouted his butt off this entire trip. He'd get down in between hunts. The heat has been killing us, and in between hunts and stuff, we've been running into other hunters and stuff, and Spencer's just trying to get back deep away from them. He found the spot this afternoon. He says, Dad, did you can hunt where you're at? I said, I already tore my sit down. He says, well, I'll find a spot for you too. We walked in. He says, you can hunt right in here or scout your way up, whatever you want to do. But he put me in the spot, just like he's done for so many people. It's my biggest buck to date, and it's my first ever public land buck.
And it's a double with your son.
And it's a double with my son. This would be a night to cherish forever.
You know, it's a moment that you gotta cherish forever, pulling a double with your dad, especially on a non-resident 4-day hunt. We've been battling heat. It's been like 71 to 73 degrees in the afternoons. The mornings have been good, the evenings have been really slow. Every time I seen a shooter, I was kicking him up out of his bed with a doe, lockdown. And, you know, I told the guys yesterday afternoon, I said, I think what's happening is your 4- and 5-year-olds are locked down, and your 2- and 3-year-olds are still cruising. And that's exactly what happened last night. There was a high pressure system that was pushing through. Them deer were up on their feet. We knew we had to get in there. So midday yesterday, after not seeing any deer, I went for a walk and found some good sign. And once I kicked those deer up, I knew that there was a hot doe in the area and that we needed to hunt it. So I told Dad to come with me, and we went over there. Well, I think the rest is history. By no means an absolute giant, but this deer means more to me than any other deer ever had.
For 23 years, hunting has always just been fun to me. I'm not sure why in the last couple of years everything has to be some sort of competition. Everyone's saying, look at me, I'm the best. You should hunt like me or you're wrong. The egos are enough to make a man sick. I try and distance myself from people and even companies like this and just be myself. Most companies recently would rather seek out someone with tons of followers over someone with tons of experience, or some girl who's clueless in the woods but sure is a pretty face. The people that know me would admit that I get overly excited and can be extremely loud.
Yeah! Woo! What did I just do?
These tough guys in the industry try and act like they're unfazed by pressure. The adrenaline doesn't get to them anymore, and that emotions are off limits. That is not the case for me.
I just shot the freaking shot. Oh my God.
These very emotions are the drive that keep me going season after season. I also try and carry this energy into my children and let them know that it's okay to be unique, different, and misunderstood. So let's put aside all the differences between us hunters and ask yourself, why do you really hunt? Is it for the meat that's paid for with time, sweat, and dedication?
Is it the pure thrill of the chase? Or is it just another post on social media? I love providing my family with a meal that I killed. I love following these animals whose #1 task in life is nothing other than to survive. And I absolutely love sharing these adventures with friends, family, and complete strangers just like you guys. I'm just an average guy, filming with nothing more than the cell phone in my pocket. The footage is normally shaky, it's zoomed way out, or it's not even on camera most of the time. But that's me, and what you see is what you get. It's normally not good enough for some people, but it's always good enough for the real ones that have your back. You guys are going to get the real and genuine side of me on every single hunt and in everyday life, and that's never going to change.
Alright guys, well it is Sunday, I believe it's October 10th. It's my 3rd sit of the year. Today we're back out on the public, of course. Found this point, like I said, when I was scouting online, decided, you know, I'm just going to go in here and worst comes to worst, I'll scout it, and if there's no sign, no good sign, then we took away from it what we take away from it, but we're going to try to get up in there, find a spot to sit, and hopefully punch a tag tonight. So guys, we're all set up in the tree. It's about 4:15. I'm probably about 180 yards from that pin that I had set. That just happened. Oh my gosh. And I shot that doe. I mean, right here. I mean, I bet you it was a 5-yard shot. All right, guys. There we go. First one of the year for me. Public land. First deer out of the saddle. And she made it probably 60 yards or so. Chicken and dumplings. In the past couple nights, we've got videos of bucks cruising this oxbow. buck in here last night at 5 o'clock tending a doe. And then a couple nights ago, we had a buck in here at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon just cruising. We're gonna get up the tree and get set up. It's about 1 o'clock.
Right.
Nice. Go down, baby. Go down, baby. $3:12 in the afternoon, dude. Go.
Oh my gosh. That just happened.
That's a pretty
Just happened. He's toast.
He's toast.
He's toast, baby.
Toast, baby. 3 in the afternoon, dude. Dude, we were worried we weren't gonna hear him coming in. You could hear him coming from a mile away.
Dude, we heard him coming from a mile away.
Dude,
Boys, it's done on public.
let's freaking go, boys.
It is done.
Let's go.
3:30.
3 in the afternoon, boys.
Boom. And he's literally laying dead. Right there. It's that buck right there.
100% him. Dude.
I just look back and I see horns coming through and I was like, that's him. He worked the licking branch down there.
Dude, when I heard the footsteps coming in, I was like, that is a buck.
That
like,
is a buck.
We know it's a
100%.
buck. Dude.
Let's freaking go.
Pass through in the log.
Dude, it's buried in that.
Oh yeah, dude, coated.
We had this buck on camera, what, 4 days ago?
Mhm.
At 3:30 in the afternoon. Walked right in front of this camera. We had a good wind. We came in and checked this camera earlier just because we were struggling in some of our other spots. And so we decided to sit back here, picked a good tree. And, I mean, we've been sitting there for, what, 2 hours? And we just hear footsteps coming down this oxbow. And we both knew right away that it was a buck.
Oh yeah.
And he comes in here, works his scrape. His licking branch is all broken off. And look at this. All broken.
Oh yeah.
He took 3 more steps and shot him.
Almost. Put your hands on that thing, dude. Lift him up, brother. Good deal, dude.
He is not the biggest, but that is a public land trophy.
All day, dude. All day.
All day.
Oh, dude, that is so cool. Congratulations, man.
Thanks, brother. Thanks for all the help.
Anytime,
That was a
man.
team effort.
For sure.
We have put in some hours this summer.
We hung that trail camera in July.
We hung that trail camera in July. We've been back to check it once. Then today.
Literally on a whim to try to get a spot to hunt tonight.
Yep.
And
it worked out about perfect.
dude, let's go.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
You got busted your butt for that, dude. That's, seriously, you've been out there since literally, no joke, June, July.
Yep.
And I mean, hanging cams. And
Yep. And it was the buck we had pictures of at 3:30 on the 6th. We've got a video of him walking that same trail.
Yeah, soak it up, bro.
Yep.
Take it out, my man.
Yeah. All right. See you, boys. Send us pictures of Michael's too when you get there.
Yes, sir. Good luck tomorrow.
Thanks.
Latitude, the angular distance of a place north or south of the Earth's equator. Simply put, going up and coming down. Move with latitude.
So I hunt in an Ernebug zone, which I kind of find an interesting term because when you really think about it, don't we really all just earn our buck? So earn a buck really equates to you've got to go out and shoot an antlerless deer before you can shoot your antlered deer. But really, when I think about earning a buck, I think about all of the work that goes into earning a buck. Work such as clearing shooting lanes, hanging tree stands, working on mock scrapes, getting trail cameras in place, and various habitat improvements. Overall, there's really a big price that's paid when it comes to trying to earn the buck. Valuable time away from family and friends, and just to chase that one dream of some big antlers. So first things first, we got to get that antlerless deer. With the objective of punching an antlerless tag completed, it's time to focus on the month of October and chasing antlers. But as the days of October pass by and we get through the legendary October lull, we know that towards the end of October, the pre-rut conditions will set us up perfectly for what's to come. And then there's the moment we've all been waiting for. November.
don't believe it.
Deer season should not be defined by the moment the arrow leaves the string, but rather the story of our deer season is better told through the many months of hard work leading up to that one moment of anticipation.
The mass on him. Thank you, old boy.
That moment is fleeting, but all the work tells a story that can last a lifetime. We all have a story to tell, and we all earn that buck.
Welcome back, Lethal Sportsman. It's January 7th here. It's Friday. We got about, I'd say 2, maybe 3 inches of snow here today. This morning, pretty powdery snow. Was out this morning. I saw a spike and a small doe. So we're sitting here this evening hoping they all come out of the bedding. A bunch of tracks going into the bedding. Didn't really see many coming out of the bedding, so hopefully they're getting up and feeding tonight. It is really, really windy, so let's see if we can get it done this evening.
Meh. Meh.
Good morning, Lethal Sportsman. It is Saturday, January 15th. It is absolutely freezing right now. Current temps say 9 degrees. Wind chills in the negatives. Don't know what we're doing out here. I'm blaming Quigs on this one, but it's been a rough year for the boys here. So we got to get out, put some time in, and hopefully get lucky here today. Stay tuned and see if we can get it done.
frozen. So I'm trying to use some hand warmers to get it warmed up here so I can reload. Pro tip, don't leave your board butter in the car overnight when it's 15 degrees out. It will freeze solid.
All right, doing our second two-man push of the day. Last day here. Just trying to get some deer up and walk. Just got a light snow last night and some rain. So hopefully we can get a couple deer up and walking around and get some shots.
That did not go as planned. I just obliterated a branch. Did not see it. A little too dark probably for the muzzleloader. And, well, branch is gone.
First hog of the year, I think.
Yeah.
We'll see what he gets coming out of here. Oh yeah, baby.
Oh, you got it. Nolan is unburdened. Woo!
Fatality.
You can live and hunt in Pennsylvania your entire life and not achieve it. Shooting a buck, a bear, and a turkey in the same license year. Entering the 2021 season, it wasn't even a thought in my head that I could do it. On October 28th, I got up in the tree stand and just had that feeling that it was gonna be a good night.
Just finished getting into the stand. I got out of work a little late today, but could be a really good night.
Oh.
Smoked him. I freaking smoked him.
After the shot, the buck ran about 60 yards, and I watched him slowly lay his head down into the grass, and I figured he was dead. That's what I call movement out of the corner of my eye. And this little 5-point came walking out of the bushes and started walking right towards the buck I had just shot. He instantly started goring him.
He's getting gored right now. Oh.
He pushed him behind some bushes and behind a patch of grass where I couldn't see him anymore. So I didn't know if he was still alive or dead. He continued to gore and stomp on my buck for a good 25 minutes before deciding that he was the winner of the fight. And then he slowly walked away after making a couple scrapes, and he just carried himself like he was the new king of the property. I didn't know whether or not my buck was still alive though, so once that 5-pointer got a safe distance away, I climbed down with my bow and decided to sneak up there and put a finishing arrow into that buck if necessary. After filling my buck tag, I still didn't think I had a chance at completing the Pennsylvania Triple Trophy. I missed the bear season that runs the week before Thanksgiving, and on December 4th, I decided to go into a piece of property rifle hunting with my dad, trying to shoot a doe for my buddy who was having a hard season, and I was trying to get some meat for him. It was a long morning, quiet, not a lot of shots. And at about 10 o'clock, a doe came running down the mountain to my right, and she escaped just a little too fast for me to get a shot off. Figuring there might be more deer behind her, I kept watching up the mountain behind me. About 10 minutes later, I saw 2 black figures coming my way. After I pulled the trigger on the sow, I was kind of in awe. I was speechless, which does not happen often.
There's my first PA black bear.
as I walked up to that bear, I couldn't believe what had just happened.
Hey guys, as you can see back at the house, it took about 4 hours to get this 179 estimated live weight sow out of the woods. She was 152 as she lays right now. My first PA bear, and this is a year that I don't think I'm ever going to be able to top.
After filling my bear tag, I knew I had to give turkey season my all. I found a couple toms on a property about 45 minutes from my house, and the day before opener, I went up and roosted a nice tom about 1.5 miles back in. It's not on video because it's behind a tree for Ryan, but I pulled the trigger on that turkey twice and got click. Knowing I only had one shell left, I ejected and sat there with the chamber open. And as soon as his head hit an opening, I slammed the round home and pulled the trigger.
Missed him.
It's not really a surprise that I missed, given that I real quick slammed that round home and pulled the trigger, but it was demoralizing nonetheless. I thought I just blew my only opportunity to fill my spring turkey tag and complete my triple trophy. Thankfully, a few days later, we roosted a different tom on that same property and went in, and Ryan said I could be shooter. I think Ryan's pulling in right now, and we're gonna go try and kill bird he roosted last night. Stay tuned. Yes! I just shot my first full-fledged gobbler and completed my PA triple trophy. It's probably the only time in my life I'm going to be able to complete it, and I'm trying not to get choked up right now because I'm kind of beyond words. I laid down on that mountain, stared up through the canopy, and thanked good friends and the good Lord. The season I just had, it was once in a lifetime.
Sometimes you will never know the true value of moments in time until they become a memory. When we lose one of our best hunting buddies, well, in my case, 2 of them in less than 1 year, the only thing that keeps us going are the memories. When we're feeling down, we often pull out a favorite photo to remember just how good times together were. My dad and baby brother Justin have always told me I should start filming my hunts to share my stories. Dad said he's never seen someone with as much passion for the outdoors as me. I have more than enough. I said to myself, they wouldn't want me to give up on my passion. So I decided to pick up a camera and go on a Canadian bear hunt. As I practiced, I could still hear Dad tell me, Jeremy, put the pin just behind the shoulder. This isn't any old hunt to me. This time, I would be wearing my dad's favorite boots, using my baby brother's backpack, and bra heads that he was looking forward to using this year. Having that gear with me in the stand would make me feel the most confident I have ever felt. When I was packing my gear, I wasn't only packing it for me, but I was also packing it for them, knowing they were going to be with me. Every time I'm in a stand, I hang up my gear, knock an arrow, and say a prayer. Not to kill anything, but to thank God for looking after my family and myself. My goal wasn't to kill a bear, but to feel alive and hear him speak to me again. Seeing my baby brother's brawhead drop that bear let me know he was with me. Once the bear was down, I realized this is what I was meant to do. Maybe this all happened so I'd have a powerful story to share. Remember, the best memories never die. They live on through time and photos in your heart. You never know what tomorrow will bring, so live life to the fullest. I know Dad and Justin are in this room with us right now and they're loving every minute of your company. I hope this story helped bring back a memory in your hearts. God bless. Love Dad, Justin, and me.
So the plan is today, kayak in, do a little bit of scouting, hang a couple cell cameras, and then loop back around because the wind's going to change from a south wind to a west wind. So I'm going to go down to the spots where the south winds will work, hang some cameras, do some scouting, then kayak back around, and then hunt on a west wind. So it might be good, might be a bust, but I really need some intel in this area. So that's what we're gonna do.
So I just got to the spot. I noticed that there's boot tracks where I pull my kayak off at. I'm just gonna tear this apart real quick and then jump over there. Hang a couple cameras. Wish me luck. Alright, I just jumped a buck out of the bed. Here's his bed right here. He ran that way, into that thicket. There's an exit trail going this way, exit trail going that way, and an exit trail going in there. This is a perfect spot for a buck to bed. I'm not hunting here tonight, so I just wanted to get a look at what would be in here in the sign.
there's some pretty good bucks in this area. I've had a bunch of pigeons of them last year. And I think this is probably where I'm going to kill my Ohio buck this year. So. Like that. I'm completely soaked through. I don't got a shirt underneath this. I'm probably gonna freeze tonight. Alright, it's about 9:30. Last year I seen was about probably 45 minutes ago. Got in here a little late because my paddle on my kayak broke. So I got here right at like first light. I had a small buck and a doe come by. On my cell camera about 50 yards away, there was another small buck that went into this cattail marsh in front of me. Ohio. Buck down, baby. I just sent a picture to the boys. I'm gonna need some help.
For the record, we have 2 canoes and I wanted to bring both of them, and both of these yahoos decided that was a really bad idea. So here we are with 4 people in one canoe.
Right, wait a minute. Okay? Yeah.
We're going.
All pitching in for Alright, go see them trees over there? Alright, straight towards that corner. Okay, so I'm turning the wrong way.
All the way around the corner.
Our corner or this one? That one. We can start.
Son, are you kidding me, Michael? Are you kidding me?
Hell yeah,
dude. Let's go.
Hell yeah, dude.
Congrats, man.
Day of that freaking rainstorm, I bumped him out of his bed. And then I remembered what wind it was the day I bumped him. I just went back in and the wind was good for it finally. So I snuck next to him and set it about 50 yards away from his bed and he walked right in.
He's wide too.
Yeah. Let's go! Let's go!
Congrats, man.
I know.
This is what they do in Michigan, huh? Whoa.
Every serious whitetail hunter dreams of a place they can grow and hold mature bucks. And having a family farm is truly the dream. A place to cultivate the land, plant your food plots, have that perfect slice of hunting heaven. A place that you can chase after the same buck season after season, and develop that hunter-quarry relationship. These man-made additions to the land benefit not only the deer, but also the other wildlife.
Score! You going in?
For many of us, there's a fine line between work and play. And finding that balance for a family property is tough. But in the end, it's always about having a good time and enjoying yourself in the outdoors. Over the next few minutes, we would like to share with you some of the greatest hunts we've had on the back 40. Alright guys, it's officially sweet November. November 1st, we got a west wind, about 40 degrees, pressure's 30.2.
Man.
I have to record this before I tell anybody. I haven't even watched the footage yet. Oh my god. I'm shaking like I've never shook before. That was the Traveler. It's only one lung if it is.
No, it's right behind the shoulder.
I think I purposely, I set my shot up purposely so that he would drop into it because I had my pin at 30. I had ranged that area at 37 the other day.
Dead.
Oh yeah, dude. But the
In the
penetration's
opposite
bad.
shoulder. In the opposite shoulder. He's dead.
Hit the opposite shoulder. That's half.
I thought he ran the
That's
edge
a
of
lot
the
more arrow than we thought.
Beautiful. Way better than we were thinking.
Let's see one there.
Okay.
That evening began a streak where I've now taken a mature buck off the farm 3 seasons in a row. And he wasn't even on my radar. I was hunting a different buck. I was hunting Fat Bastard. And wasn't even on my radar. All right, guys. It is Wednesday, October 28th. And today is the first, I should say tonight, is the first clear weather we've had here in Northeast Ohio in what feels like a week. Me and Isaac were both out this morning and it was just nasty. Right here. Boom.
Smoked him.
Smoked him.
That was
Completely
beautiful.
smoked him.
Why'd you miss him
I
the first
don't
time?
know.
Oh my
Everything.
God.
Listen, the GoPro had him in frame. Yeah. Okay. I don't think he went very far. Gosh, he's heavy. I wonder how old he really is. Too bad both sides aren't equal. It's October 19th. Out here in the same stand I shot my doe out of the other day. As you can hear, there's a whole bunch of blackbirds and it's real windy today. Still in the 70s. Listen, you killed a mature buck before you went out west again. That's all that matters.
You needed this.
You needed it bad. You needed it really,
so nervous
really
about that
bad.
shot. He didn't go 60.
I was 100%.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Tuesday evening of gun season here in Ohio. Bleeding like crazy. Ethan watched him lay down, head bob, get up. We definitely bumped him once while tracking after I bumped him once. And at the end of the day, here we are. And Dad's buck is down. I got the sheds back at the house that I'm gonna have to go get. Sharing these experiences in the woods with our friends and family here at Simon Brothers Outdoors is exactly what we live for. Having a farm to call our own and a place to share these experiences is a blessing. And we hope you enjoyed us sharing this little slice of heaven.
Man, there's dude. Oh my god, dude, wait a minute. Luke, look, there's blood above my head on this tree.
Yeah, there is.
How is that up so high? There's blood up on the tree. It must have been when she hit this.
All right, well, it is late December here in North Carolina. Still before Christmas, so not super late, but I can tell you there's no place I'd rather be than up in a stand deer hunting right now. Still hunting those 2 old mature bucks, but there's a newer buck that has decided to show up, so we'll take any of them at this point. Like I said, the season is winding down. It's that part of the year where it's pretty much, if it's brown, it's down. There's the big buck right there behind him. There's a big buck behind him. He's down. Oh my gosh. That dude came in. First, that little buck came in. And it was crazy. I was looking at the smaller buck, and that bigger buck was right behind him. I was looking at him through the binoculars, and I saw him pop up. Look right there. I really do enjoy hunting deer, especially whitetails in my home state of North Carolina, and with my dad's gun really made it special to me. But just a real nice buck. I mean, I'll take that all day long, especially with the old, let's set this down. Look at that old Remington 760. Just an awesome buck. I mean, this is the whole reason why I wanted to come out here, was just to pay homage to, you know, the granddads and dads that have killed deer in the past with this gun or guns like it, you know, wearing the old school camo, old wool pants. It just really means a lot to me to be able to come out here and do it. Can't wait to get him back and get him in a cooler.
Some things are just a little sweeter given the circumstances. I come from a family with zero background in deer hunting.
We weren't exactly poor, but we sure as hell weren't rich. I wasn't born into property. I never had any spots on private worth bragging about. So when everything comes together like this past season, it's just a little bit sweeter. Walking into the fall of 2021, my goals were very simple. I wanted to paddle out a great public land buck on my kayak.
Is that the big 9? Is that the freaking big 9? Holy smokes! Yes!
With a little bit of planning, a lot of sweat, and even more luck, I was able to accomplish this goal not once, but twice. This season will not soon be forgotten. On November 18th, I found myself waking up to an extremely hard rain. I decided instead of getting soaking wet, I would set an alarm and check the radar every 30 minutes until it finally passed. In that gray light, I was paddling in one of my favorite spots in Indiana.
This has been nothing short of a shit show. As always, at some point, you have to accept the fact that you're probably not that good of a deer hunter as you think. And I'm right at that point. I literally soaked the inside of one of my boots crossing a creek. So, that's that. And then I realized as soon as I started to climb the tree that I have forgotten my bridge. It rained a lot last night. The temperature dropped off. And my thoughts for picking this spot was that cane thicket. There's a very fresh scrape over there. And they've been tearing it up. There's a creek crossing right up here in front of me. And back here behind me, you can see it's wet in a lot of spots. Well, it's real thick slough back here behind me with some dry spots, and that's where these does like to bed. I'm just hoping to catch a buck come cruising here this way. Or this way. This is the way that I come in, but I tried to stay back this way as much as I could. That way, in case he comes, down the middle, he's not going to catch my scent trail. I'm really glad I wore my dry shots today. When the sun pops out, it might get good quick.
I was able to spot the buck and grunt him right to the base of the tree, where he was frantically looking for the intruder and the doe he had lost. If you listen carefully, you can hear him grunting on his way in. I'm not really sure what it was that boogered him. Luckily, he stopped almost facing straight away, and I was able to raise my bow straight in the air 90 degrees and bring it down on the other side of the tree.
I just drilled a freaking giant. I just drilled a giant.
As soon as I settled the pin, he glanced up, but it was a little too late.
I just drilled a freaking giant. Oh my god.
Alright guys, I got my stuff packed up. I'm fixing to walk over here, see if I can find this buck. I'm gonna leave most of my stuff here. Oh dude, it's good. He looks so good. Oh my. He's toast. There he is, right there. Oh, look at that G2. It's freaking huge. What did I just do? Flash forward to December 14th, late muzzleloader season here on Kentucky Public.
Here we go.
After Xing off all the spots, I could not seem to find this big 9. I decided trying a new spot where the recent water levels coming up would give me an opportunity to get somewhere that I'd never been. Little did I know that I was in his hideaway bedroom.
I don't even know what to think about this morning. I feel like I'm in a decent area. It's just, I feel like once you have hunted all your spots and you just haven't had the luck you wanted, you start doing Hail Marys. Then when those don't go as planned, you really start getting down. But I was able to bring my kayak in this morning. Right up here in a cove off this river. That normally I couldn't because the water's so low. But it's just back here behind me about 100 yards. I'm overlooking this creek bottom. And the transition point is right in front of me, where these deer typically cross this creek to go out to the private land crop fields over here to my left about 300 yards. I was hoping that this would be a good spot to catch them coming back from them fields in the morning. But I'm concerned that it was way too open, and if they were anywhere in this bottom, they see me coming. We'll find out if I don't see crap in the next couple hours.
Before I knew it, he was standing at the base of the creek.
Tell me I got him. Tell me I hit him. Tell me I got him.
Go down. I think I just shot a great Kentucky buck on public. I'm gonna reload.
Hey.
Did you mean to call me?
Yes, I did. You want to know why?
Why?
Because I just shot a freaking stud.
Oh my god. I'm happy for you. Daddy, can I see your big deer?
Yeah, you can in just a little while. I'll send you some pictures, okay?
Okay. So does this mean you're done?
Yeah, honey, I'm pretty well done.
Thank God.
Oh, there's the blood. Yes, I got him. There he is, right there. Is that the big 9? Is that the freaking big 9? Holy smokes! Yes! Yes! Oh my God, I can't believe it, man. Holy smokes. I'm gonna run across this freaking log. Maybe. He is way bigger than I thought. I don't even know what to say. This has been a dream season. Just to kill 2 awesome freaking bucks on public, man. He's just a monarch. This is what you dream of hunting public. The images of these shots are burned into my memory, and unfortunately, I'll be the only one to experience those. As I said before, I am super grateful for these deer and all the memories they've provided me.
Tonight we are speaking to Derek Craig of New Day Outdoors. Tonight we're talking about turkeys.
And for me, it's just been this obsession
you only use the bullhead. How come you're only using that?
Turkey hunting, shooting them in the head is a head game, and it's in your head. Yes, you can do it. Man, you get them at 10 yards, it is the easiest shot in all of hunting, in my opinion. You know, I don't really understand some days how I found this path, but I'm sure glad I did.